Hey, what up readers and writers? I'm Violet and today I'm announcing Newbery Nostalgia, the next readathon hosted by the Nostalgia Train Book Club. So here at the Nostalgia Train Book Club, we are a book club who read and talk about the big mega successes in YA and middle grade of the past. But for this readathon, we're actually going to be not talking about the commercial successes so much as the literary successes. There are some overlaps in titles with those, but I pretty much for this whole year of the train schedule of books that we've covered for the book club went off of this Google form that I put out to the members of the book club to see what people were interested in reading. And I had said I want to do a couple events a year, and I kind of just threw this out there as an option thinking nobody would be interested. And to my surprise, people seemed interested in having an event based around Newbery Award winning books. So for the month of September, we are going to be reading only books that have either gotten a Newbery Award Medal winner or the honor picks as well, just because I wanted it to include more books. So yeah, we're not just limiting it to the winners, but also the honors. So if you're not familiar with the John Newbery Award, it is, well, let me just pull up the definition so I don't get it wrong. It is a literary award given by the Association of Library Service to Children, a division of the American Library Association. So it is one of the most prestigious awards for children's books in general. So I thought it would be kind of the perfect pick to combine with the Nostalgia Train since we cover YA and middle grade picks. So this event is going to be taking place for the month of September of 2022. Like, I picked September because back to school, and I really think of Newbery books being associated with school. That's where I learned about them from one of my teachers, and a lot of the books that you're going to see on the list for Newbery Award winners and honor picks are books that you maybe have read in school. I know several of them I read in school or my teachers had picked to talk about. The other kind of funny thing about randomly the fact that people had chose to do this event, which I hadn't really thought about, was that it is actually the 100 years of the Newbery Medal. It started in 1922 was the first award given. So for 2022, we're at 100 years. So it just kind of seemed like the perfect pick to do for a readathon for the Nostalgia Train. I do have a group read that we've picked. If you've seen the train schedule, you already know what the group read is. It is The Graveyard Book by Neil Gaiman. It was the 2009 medal winner for the Newbery. So that is going to be our group read for this month, but you don't have to read The Graveyard Book. You can read really any Newbery Award winner or honor pick to be participating in this event. Sorry, I'm so rambling. I'm like pre-filming this video way in advance. So I'm going to link down below some resources about the Newbery, specifically the Wikipedia page. If you go there and look at recipients, you can see the entire list of winners and honors through the years. It's very comprehensive. I think the American Library Association also has a PDF of the winners, so you can see all the lists, but like I will just like pop up on screen probably some of the ones like big names that you've heard of, because there are so many. And part of the reason that I thought to do this event is when I was putting together like a list of potential book club picks, several of them just happened to be Newbery books. So it was like, oh, okay, maybe this would be kind of something that we could just do it all in one event. So like I said, the bare minimum to participate in the event is just to read any winner or honor pick. But I did want to have a few prompts because I know for readathons people like to have prompts. So I came up with a few. So the main one is, to read a medal winner. Any Newbery Medal winner, it won the medal for the year. Of course, you can go with our group read The Graveyard Book. Also, another prompt, read an honor pick. There are also so many books that have gotten the Newbery Honor that are big names that you've heard of, that are great options that you could read for this event. Another, what I thought would be a good prompt would to be a buddy read. Because on the Discord server, I'm going to have this event there. If you are reading a book and you want to read along with other people, put out, hey, I'm reading this book, and see if anybody else is reading it. I think you could, again, also use our group pick as a buddy read if that's interesting to you. Definitely go and look and see if you can get people reading the same thing as you for this, because there's a lot of popular ones that I think people are going to gravitate towards. The next prompt would be a book older than you, I like having, older picks. That's kind of the point of the nostalgia train. They have the nostalgia factor. And usually for the nostalgia train, we only do books that have been like published over 10 years ago. So right now the cutoff is anything published before 2013. But for this event, obviously you can do anything that's won the Newbery, even the ones from 2022. So super modern books, which is really great. But I wanted one prompt to be kind of like pulling people into the past, because this has been going on for 100 years. So any book older than you, whatever your age is. The next one is a book that you recognize. So I think when you go over the list, there's going to be a lot of books that people are like, oh, hey, I know that, or hey, I read that in school. So I didn't want to say particularly a reread. It could be a reread, or it could just be like, hey, I've heard of that book. I know that book, but I've never read it. So it could be either or, a book that you've recognized. Then the next one is going to be kind of an evergreen one that I have as a prompt, is a recommendation. Again, maybe this is something you were recommended in the past, like by a teacher, because I know I have so many Newbery recommendations from my teachers when I was in school, but also again from friends, again, the Discord server, talking about buddy reads. People are going to be rereading. Maybe people are gonna, I don't know if people will put up TBR videos, put out a TBR video if you have a channel, do it. I'm gonna be watching you. All my friends, I'm gonna make them do it. I'm gonna make them. You guys better be doing this. That's how I run this train, with an iron fist. The next prompt I wanted was an out of your comfort zone pick. Because there are so many sort of like hard-hitting issues books for Newberys. I know, like, for me, that's something like I don't usually like reading about, like hardship and like things like that, but a lot of the Newbery books are like that, you know, like award bait books. They're hard-hitting books. So that's personally for me out of my comfort zone, but there are also a few things like novels written in verse or graphic novels that have been included in Newbery. I think there's also a picture book. There are so many options. There's a big range of books and genre, everything across. So I think you can definitely find something out of your comfort zone. And I think you could also use this as like the opposite of a book I recognize. You could pick a book that you do not recognize at all, you've never heard of, would also be a good one for out of your comfort zone pick. And the last prompt that I have, which is my favorite, if you participated in our last event, which was Nostalgia New Year back in January, I had like one like crazy one that's kind of like an out of your control prompt, like that you can't really plan as well, and I wanted one of those for this. So this is going to be a serendipity pick. And this is like, if any time from this event being announced to like the end of the event, if a Newbery Medal winner or honor just like crosses your path out in the wild, like it has picked you, you should read that book. It could be something as simple as, hey, some of the books on my shelf right now are Newbery honors or medal winners. It could be that simple, or it could be like you're at a thrift sale, a garage sale, the library, and you just stumble across one. That's one thing that I really am proud of the Nostalgia Train, is the accessibility of the books we pick. Because they're all older titles and popular titles, they are very easy to find secondhand, or, you know, borrow from a friend, or libraries, like they're out there. And Newbery Medal winners are no exception, because libraries have these books. You're gonna definitely be able to find so many of them. Like I have two here with me that were on my shelf, like serendipity ones, that I also got both of them secondhand. So I have Charlotte's Web, which was an honor pick for I don't know which year, I'll pop it up on screen. And also a Newbery winner, I have Holes. So you can see the Newbery Medal on there. I also have all the prompts in the format of a bingo board. So if you want to do it as a bingo board, I will have the link for that to generate your own bingo board down below. Again, I will also have the invite to our Nostalgia Train book club Discord server, where we'll have a channel for this and we can organize buddy reads. Also have the channel open for the Graveyard book, which is our group pick. So look forward to the live show discussion for that. Also, if I have enough interest, I would kind of be interested in putting together just like a general Newbery discussion panel. So for that, like I would like co-hosts on screen to maybe have read 2 or 3 books, you know, to participate in that, preferably at least one honor and at least one medal. So if anybody's interested in that, hit me up on the Discord. We can talk about it and see if anybody's interested in doing that. Like I said, I'm filming this way in advance because I'm traveling, so I don't have like all the kinks and details worked out for the event yet, but I'm really excited for this one. Newbery Nostalgia, come along for the ride, hop on the Nostalgia Train. I will be so happy to have you. I will also link down below the playlist for the Nostalgia Train Book Club, so you can look back at all the live discussions we've had in the past for the books we've covered so far, if you're more interested in what's going on for the book club and the other picks we have lined up for the rest of the year. Anyways, that's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye!